Hi everybody, it's Bryant Dunn from Sun Valley Outfitters with your weekly fly fishing report on High on the Wild. Well, we really have reached the middle of summer. It is beautiful, it's sunny, it's hot, and the fishing is superb on our local waters. To the south, Silver Creek is really heating up itself in the mornings with that annual visit by the Trichorhynchides. The Tricho madness has hit Silver Creek to our south. So in the morning, remember, we've got very exciting activity with that Tricho spinner fall, a beta submergence, pale morning duns are present, and a whole smorgasbord of other bugs. And we'll talk about patterns to use for that in just a minute. On the Bigwood River, fishing continues to be superb. We've seen the big mayfly, like the green drake, come and mostly go on the Bigwood River system, though it's still present in the upper reaches. But now we're focusing on smaller mayflies, PMDs, pink alberts, and other smaller mayflies. We'll get to those patterns in a minute too, and caddis in the evenings. On the upper alpine streams in the Copper Basin area, the headwaters of the Big Lost River, we're seeing some superb dry fly fishing during the day. We'll show you those patterns in a minute too. But all in all, the fishing in Sun Valley is superb, and if you're visiting from out of town, hey, you nailed it. You're here at exactly the right time for the best fly fishing of the summer. So we'll be back to you with more patterns in just a minute, and we're happy to see you here on High on the Wild. Fishing on Silver Creek, the world-class Spring Creek fishery just 40 minutes to the south of Sun Valley, is really heating up in the mornings. Patterns that might work for you this week include the trichos, the Trichorhynchides, the very small black and white mayfly in sizes 24 to 20. Will be good options. You'll want to have dun patterns, those adult duns, in the beginning of the spinner fall when bugs are hitting the surface of the water, but before their wings drop. And of course, then you're going to want to be armed with spinners as well. Male and female spinners, both black body and lighter green bodies, will be good patterns for that to match the female and male trichos. And those spinners are right there, including a couple of high visibility options, which make it much easier to see those little guys on the surface of the water. Throughout the spinner fall in the morning, you may also see pale morning duns. Pale morning duns are those yellow mayflies that you'll see flittering around at the creek in sizes 16 and even 14. And there's a variety of those, from duns and emergers to cripples. Be armed with all of those patterns. And by the way, Baetis will also be there, a Baetis emergence taking place. So while the trichos are spinning and falling on the water, the Baetis are emerging from the water, and you're going to want to be armed with a variety of Baetis patterns, including high-vis Baetis, duns, emergers, and other patterns and other stages of that bug. That's a good armory of trichos, PMDs, and Baetis, all mayflies. And additionally, when it comes to mayflies on the creek this week, look for Calabaetis. It's that speckled winged gray body mayfly that occurs primarily in the middle of the day and very often on the still water sections. Spinners and duns and cripples are great patterns there. In the evenings, be looking for caddis too. A lot of different caddis patterns can work down there on the creek, including your Goddard's caddis and other caddis patterns as well. Be ready to match the caddis down there. And then during the middle of the day, look for damselflies. Can be very effective in the middle of the day. And of course, grasshoppers. It's definitely grasshopper season at Silver Creek right now, and always your other terrestrials, including beetles and ants. So a wide variety of patterns will be successful this week on the creek, but if your box looks like my box, you're going to have a great time down at Silver Creek. Fly fishing on our local freestones this week is going to be superb, as it has been all summer, and we expect it to be through all of August coming our way as well. Patterns you might be looking at on the Bigwood River, in the Copper Basin as well, in the headwaters of the Big Lost River system, would include a few green drakes in the upper section of the Bigwood River, still trickling there a little bit for the rest of the week. Those will probably go away by next week. What we're finding through the day, and especially in the evening, are caddis, whether you're using an elk hair caddis or a Goddard's caddis, or any of the caddis patterns that you're comfortable with in your box. That can be very effective in the evenings. During the bulk of the day, in the heat of the day, be looking for smaller mayflies, specifically pink alberts and PMDs, and you can match those hatches with a variety of patterns, including emergers and duns, and you'll see those both in the pink alberts and the pale morning duns. But don't be afraid to throw some of those imitations like a parachute Adams or a purple haze. And of course, a classic Adams pattern is also a great choice for the Bigwood and the local freestones. Now, you'll also be seeing some stoneflies, those small canary yellow stoneflies known as yellow Sally. sallies. Those yellow sallies can be very effective on the Bigwood River, perhaps even more so up in the Copper Basin and all of the headwater streams of the Big Lost system over Trail Creek Summit. So for sure, have some yellow sallies in your box in addition to these other patterns. And as we mentioned before, grasshopper season is upon us. You want a variety of hoppers, including, say, Dave's hoppers and other foam body patterns. So this array of flies will suit you very well on the Bigwood River, and of course, the Copper Basin, the North Fork of the Big Lost, the East and the West Forks, and all of our freestone streams, including the major tributaries of the Bigwood, like Warm Springs and Trail Creek. Did you know that Sun Valley Outfitters is the Valley's only full-service outfitter, offering daily fly fishing trips, daily horseback rides, day hikes, big game and bird hunting, international angling services, and kids adventure and fly fishing camps, in addition to offering over 50 brands of retail merchandise for mountain living at our store here on Sun Valley Road in Ketchum next to Starbucks. Brands that we proudly carry include Orvis, La Matera, Freefly, Rockmount, and a variety of other Western-styled merchandise lines. Please come visit us here at the store in Ketchum, and we'll see you here, or we'll see you on the river.